Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. I'm just setting up here. So yeah, we'll get working on stuff in a sec. Here we go. I'm just posting the link up and then away we go. Oh, so welcome back. Welcome back. We're doing a bit more of the shop here. I've been working on it a little bit. Just gonna see. I need to get this front desk done because it's kind of annoying. What I think I should do is bring the ends in a little bit. Heck is this track? Retribution. Oh, it'll be from. Dude, that moment where I'm just like, can we just play an order? I'm there wanting to play an order, and it's just like, no, we'll play another one. So what I'm trying to do here is get the table done. Because if I can get this done, then it's just the back shelf, and we're basically just placing items. I need to do the floor a little bit, and a little bit of the ceiling too, but it's no big deal. I do this kind of thing with the shopkeeper's table, and then we just start joining all of this stuff together. Then we should be good. Because then, you can get all of this looking really nice, not have any issues with it, and away we go. Although I may have to drag out the sides. There was one instance of me fixing stuff that was a bit crazy, and that was to do with the scale of everything, but hopefully everything's fine now. 1 point... Oh! Nice child-proof shop desk. Thanks, David. How you doing? Let's try 0.5 there. What I want to do here is try and like get this to be just right so I can bevel it. The idea is now I can just like inset that and then drag that down, and that'll be our front desk. What we can do is drag that down to about there, and then we'll delete the face underneath it. It's not that bad. And we can drop the height if we need to, because it looks a little bit high. Yeah, we can drop this. Maybe... Oh. Maybe about there. Just finished episode 5. Nice, nice. How are you finding it? I'm doing alright. Been looking after Rachel all day, so it's just like, just jumping on and getting stuff done. I think here, I don't need to put a... I say I don't need to put a trim along the bottom, but I feel like I do kind of need to do one, so... We'll put it about here, try and make it a thin one. We'll just extrude outwards. It's awkward when you see something like this, you're like, you know what, I could do that. There you go, even if it's only a tiny bit of trim, just that extra detail will get caught by the light. Really good, loving the characters. Nice! You got like a favorite so far, or...? Oh, come on. Let's try and bring this in just a little bit more. Up there, see how that looks, because I can edit this a lot more. Make it look a little bit better. Because I want the wood on it to look okay. You're gonna have to see how I did it in the library and other stuff, because they have similar desks. Or tabletop surfaces, you know. Tsubasa! Oh, you'll like a character arc then. Again, not gonna spoil. It's just that whole thing of being like, yeah, she's cool. There we go. Let's bring this round here and hope that this is... Yeah, it is. What I can do is I can try beveling this and see whether it's okay. Trying to see whether I can do it kind of like this. No worries, and thanks for not spoiling. Oh no, I won't want to. Like, honestly, it's too good to spoil, you know. It's like with a lot of stuff that I enjoy recommending to people, I'm not going to spoil because it's so much fun. You know, especially on first time watching as well. The whole thing though is, it's like, you can understand the excitement though for a lot of people, where it's like, oh yeah, somebody's watching what I like, you know. Hey Sky, how you doing? Doing alright. Doing good. So, what we're going to be doing is, we're doing a little bit of the shop here. I'm going to try and get the rest of it done, if possible, or at least the main bits. The other smaller bits are fine. And then, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be playing the mecha game again. So yeah, I'm going to be playing that later on. I love how I essentially have Toriel floating in midair here at the moment. I went to buy some new shoes, ended up buying an AC model kit. Which AC model was it? If you don't mind me asking. Meanwhile, I'm just going to see about this this reference that I've got here. Okay, so I need a set of drawers along the back. I might need to go to IKEA for that. Let's do IKEA? Oh no, just do bookshelf. Bookshelf is probably going to be there. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm on about, Toriel's stuff that I keep borrowing from is deliberately referenced as Toriel's IKEA. So let's try bookshelf 5. There are different versions you see with like more stuff in, like bookshelves and stuff. So I'm just trying to see what I can take here and use. It looks like these kind of things will probably be the go-to, because then I don't have to model as much. Let's see. The box says Orbiter. Turns out there wasn't any issues with the brand I like. Let's have a look at that. 30-minute AC kits looks like. I'm gonna have to check them out. Hang on. AC model kit Orbiter. Don't think I'm familiar with that. Oh, is it literally the 30-minute mission one? I thought it was one of the older ones. Yeah, it's literally the 30-minute mission one. It's Nightfall, yeah. Basically the starting AC, and the one that you have to fight. I think it's twice in the game, or maybe it's 3 times, depending on which run you do. Speaking of which, I still need to do videos for that. Looking forward to making this one. It's basically like a high grade, right? I have some of the older ones, but I've held back on building those until I really want to dive in. The older ones are a lot more fragile, I'll tell you that, so you got to be real careful. I mean, I've mentioned it plenty of times, so of course you probably know, but just in case, it's one of those things. I'd be like, just careful. Right, so I can more or less use most of this, I think. What we got here is like all tutorials interior. And if I take out some of these assets, like I don't need oven mitts, I don't need frying pan, don't need the stove, don't need the books, get rid of those. Actually, no, I can keep some of the bugs. Kitchen shelf. Let's have a look. Which one's that one? Probably the one that I'm looking at right now that I need. No, it isn't. Although I do need shelves for this, so maybe I keep that. Keep the kitchen shelf. Get rid of Toriel herself for the time being, because I don't need to put her in here. Kitchen carpet. I'm going to need that, because that's going to be redone. Actually, no, I can use the Delta Rune one. Let's see. Bookshelf. Let's get rid of the bookshelf. The clothing storage. Which one was that? Oh, it's literally the tall one. The table. We can get rid of that. Small table stand. Get rid of that. Small bookshelf. Get rid of that. Lamp. We can get rid of that. Tall lamp. Get rid of that. What I'm doing here is I'm just like picking apart each one of what I need or don't need. Just be like, yeah, I can get rid of this, then I'll save it, and then I'll just import it into the Snowdin file, and should just have everything, more or less, or most of what I need. Dining chairs, take them away. Room stars, hanging pins, we can get rid of them. Fireplace, get rid of that. Bed. This is why it's important to make sure that you have everything set up, because like it's so goddamn good just to have this kind of stuff on hand. Fireplace tools, delete that. Desk, queen size bed, get rid of that. The bin I might actually keep. Clothing drawer. That one in the back, right? Yeah. Fridge, we can get rid of that. So we don't need that. Mirror. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Kitchen worktop. I do need that. The vent I can get rid of. Kitchen. Oh no, I need the kitchen shelf. The sink can go. Everything but the kitchen sink. I think the door can go as well. Books. Cross stitch can stay. Water sausage. Room doors. I get rid of that. And the door name tag. And then it's literally just that stuff I can reuse. So we just carry that over. Hey Lucky, how you doing? Let's see. Seeing as the others are Koto kids and are not snap fit and are brittle, yeah. I've said that so many times where I've just been like, dude, the older kids just no. Brittle as hell. Oh. Worst plastic I've ever had the misfortune of dealing with, and some of the like glue you can use on them, like plastic cement and stuff, just melts it. Really weird. Cough cough, make a go too. I'm actually looking forward to pimping this AC kit. Nice. I'd even take yours if I could. Dude, I would totally have sent you like the pieces of that 9-ball kit that I had, like the Seraph one, before I binned it. You know, I literally yeeted that thing so hard into the bin after I tried repairing it with like plastic cement and stuff. It's like you could not make it up. Essentially, it was like you know, if you've watched like a basketball anime or something where you see them slam dunk like really hard, like Kuroko's, Kuroko's no Basket, or Kuroko's basketball. I just slammed that thing so hard because it was unsalvageable. And you know it's bad when I'm like, oh, it's a $90 kit, like a kit that cost about $90, and I'm just like, bam, it's in the trash, because I don't like wasting money, obviously. So, I don't think anybody does. No such thing as something unsalvageable. Dude, it was melted. It was literally melted. There was no way. Like, those parts were not coming back. Like, it had melted holes in the plastic. There was, like, sure, I could have probably used pla plate on that. But the problem was I would have had to try and find something to salvage and put on the, you know, the pla plate to stick it to it. It could be used as a diorama. Like, it was more effort than it was worth to fix it. You know, and it's just like, dude, I can't be doing this. You know. It's just like, bam, it's in the trash, you know. Why was it Kamicon? I bought a Master Grade Goof Custom from the MS08. Nice! I hope you enjoyed that, Lucky. Glad I never bothered getting those kids. I have anger issues, says Damon. See, the thing is, it's like, I've said before, I like, obviously, like with the channel, with me doing stuff in the past, you can see, like, I love doing kits. I still do. I can't wait. Like, I'm waiting to the point where I can do kits with Rachel, you know, which will obviously be a little while longer at the moment. But, like, I can't wait till I can have fun building kits with Rachel and just building them safely without having to worry about her choking on stuff. That'll be when the channel kicks up a notch again, you know, where I keep promising and saying, like, oh, yeah, we'll get new content, or we'll get some of the old content back that I had previously. But yeah, it's gonna be fun to go through the kits again and just start building and enjoying myself with that kind of thing. Because I've got so many fun kits that I can't wait to play with. You sound so wholesome. It's like I said to everybody, like, I've got a backlog of about 70 kits, and I wouldn't normally have that many because normally I just like getting them and building them. But it's just, you know, it's because of moving and then having a kid and also trying to decorate and stuff and trying to make sure the house isn't falling apart. It's just, it's not doable at the moment. But when it is, it's going to be fun. Hey, Nova! Nova, you know, you were posting up stuff for Space Marine 2 about the Bulwark again. What's the deal with that? Because I was going to post it to Stu again. Is it have they messed up patches again, or what? I don't know. Lucky says, first kit I had. First kit as well, they had a lot, but I didn't see Barbatos or Tallgeese. The high-grade Barbie is there. Like, seriously, the high-grade Barbatos is just terrible. I have that, and I keep saying it's flimsy as hell. So the banner cooldown timer is bugged. Same recharge as before. Oh my god. So, they'll probably hotfix it though. Oh no. No. Just when you thought it was fine to use the banner on the Bulwark again. Deliberately just naming that file Toriel's Haunted IKEA so I can append everything into it so I know what the hell it is. Hey Alvin, how you doing? I put my calendar on Christmas time, so Merry Christmas. Okay, fair enough. My day's going good, Alvin. How you doing? It's okay enough. If you want banners, Vanguard within a fire. Yeah, Sean's got Vanguard at the moment. It's almost full level, so that'll be handy. Yeah, plenty of stuff from Seed and UC. I only had so much room in my backpack. Seed stuff's kind of okay. I'm doing very jolly. So, get this right. Last night, I was trying to figure out an easy way of doing QC's shop. And I was just like, dude, I'll just invert the shop. So, what I did was, it's floating at the moment and doesn't have light in it. Spoilers for part of Snowdin here. What I'm doing is, I'm trying to get it so it's all lit properly. It's kind of messed up at the moment because it's got no lighting in here. But the idea is I'm trying to get the scale and everything else right so I can do QC's shop. And then you can see everything from the outside properly. So yeah, it's It's going to be fun. I'm not going to show off too much of that because it's spoilers for Snowdin. But yeah, I just inverted it. And I'm just having trouble trying to, like, fit everything in because of the scale of stuff. But it's not doing too bad at the moment. Seed stuff is fine. They just need stands with how heavy the backpacks are. Yes. No, like, seed stuff is really heavy for the backpack stuff. I'm gonna put the stuff here and then, like, start putting the bin and everything in place so that we can... Oh, that's the wrong... That's a house? I just put it right, like, in the middle of a house. No, and I should be putting everything here next to, like, Toriel and doing everything. Stands for seed. Is that a JoJo reference? No. Yeah, you need action bases ideally for seed stuff. Tonight I have class for 5 hours. Tomorrow, if you want, I can show you some of the photos I got with Pomni. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I still can't unhear the fact that Wally sounds like she has the a similar voice to Pomni. I think I mentioned that to her once. Let's see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the bin in like the corner or something. Right here. I like trying to do this kind of thing where you make it feel as though it's more lived in by having items that you'd normally associate with that kind of thing in the environment in the correct places. It just feels satisfying. I get to play around here now with this. I'm gonna take the hooks off here at least, because I don't need them. Oh, what's that? Wait, Memes was here? Wait, Memes was... I can't see the message? What happened? That's weird. What? Was Memes here and I just missed? Because, like, seriously, everyone's like, see you, Memes, and I can't see the message on my end? Hang on, let me have a look on YouTube rather than... Yeah, I can't see? What? Even on YouTube I can't see? Oh, no, I thought it meant Memes, the other user that has Memes in the name. That's lucky. I know Seal Meme 6 is lucky. His other username is lucky. Right. Let's take... The thing is, I'm not so sure about the light. Primarily because there's already going to be like a candle in scene. But I suppose I'm going to need extra lights, so... I'm going to throw that into the right place at least. Oh. Can't wait to go absolutely paranoid in a little bit on that game again. You know, the mech one. Will the windows produce light? What happens is, outside of the windows, I've got it like a tiny spoiler, but the way that I have it set up is if you see something in the distance or it's somewhere where I've made it where you can't go in or I need to transition scene, normally I'll have the lights set up like this so you can see like, oh yeah, there's light coming out the windows. It's a hell of a lot, right? But then also there's lights actively outside to kind of give that impression, kind of like the game a little bit. But then with like ones where you can actually go in and where I transition, that's when we've got the actual see-through windows. So yeah, it's crazy. I've yet to put lights in there, as in like actual physical lights as well. But yeah, it's just because like originally, the reason why everything's like that as well is originally I didn't know whether I was gonna have all the interiors, and again, like I've mentioned with this project so many times, I just got really excited about it, is the best way of putting it. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do this thing. Like, I start off animating, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do my animation. And then I get so happy about it and so excited. I'm like, you know what, I enjoy animation here at the moment. Especially these characters. Let's do, like, all these little details. And I'm like, oh, now I'm doing a full movie. Okay, then. and then, like, with this, it's like, oh, so I don't know whether I'm going to have all the interiors. It's like, yeah, but you may need them, or if you have these characters, you're going to need them for certain scenes. And I'm like, ah, so guess I need to model all the interiors now. So, yeah, to make sure I don't have to render every single interior, and I can just transition between scenes to save frame rate, just certain ones I transition to between different scenes just to make it easy. Yeah, Grillby's, the library, the shop, and the skeleton's house. They're all able to be entered. Again, it's gonna be funny if I ever decide to get all this stuff in VR, because I'd love to get some help from some of the community on that, especially Lotus, I think it is. Lotus does some like really cool VR stuff, and they have done for like the Undernet, but getting Lotus's help, especially with stuff like lighting, would be insane, because I don't know how Lotus managed to pull off realistic lighting, because like everybody else doesn't seem to do that, and I'm just like, that'd be so good. Because that really would sell everything, you know, in terms of like how it looks in VR. I just have to like severely cut back on some of the details and polys, because otherwise you'd be lagging the frame rate out in Unity. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got Bakers, who does levels. But Bakers does it in such a way where, like, they deliberately use, I think it's vertex colors or something like that. They actually don't use any textures, hardly. So it's nuts. Hey, Sue, how you doing? No, not you, Siri. Not you, Siri. You shouldn't even be listening to me. Seriously, that's creepy. I'm going to turn you off. Before you start telling the government I'm going underground in America. You know for a fact I would not get out that world if I was in VR. A lot of people have said that. Like in the New Home event, everyone literally was like, dude, I want to actually go there and just stay there. And I remember doing an announcement at the time saying, look, I'm working with people trying to like get an idea of getting this in VR if I can't do it myself. But that fell through, primarily because the person that I was kind of working with had a lot on their plate at the time in terms of like doing stuff, plus dealing with like personal stuff. So I didn't want to like just throw that out and be like, oh yeah, we're doing it still. It's still gone, you know, it's still on, you know, we're still doing this. Instead, now it's like, yeah, I'd like to do it. I just hope I can, but that's like far, far in the future if I do that. It's either that or I get somebody that's like really good, knows exactly what they're doing, has infinite free time, and I can just be like, dude, here you go, here's all the assets, just use them and make the underground, and then credit me. No, because that's the ideal. That's the ideal scenario, is people not taking credit, or not all of the credit at least, and just being like, okay, here's the best version that we can get of like almost game accurate map in terms of like graphics and everything else and details. If I could get it looking exactly like it did in Blender, that would be stupidly good, I think. Oh, but instead I like playing stuff like Hall of Souls. Hall of Souls is really good. And for anyone that doesn't know, Hall of Souls is the one made by Frisk, one of the other partners. That is, I really, really love that one. One of my favorites. I just realized I need to do a throw over this. That's going to be a pain in the butt. Right, I need to, one, delete that for a moment. Raise this slightly higher than Toriel's head, which is going to be awkward for QC to try and reach everything on that top shelf. We're going to have to do like a step ladder or something for her. Then I need to do another shelf roughly here. And then I need to do a throw over that shelf. And then I need the lower one here, and then we're good. Looked amazing. Very big worlds too. Indeed. The other crazy one was obviously the Ebert 3.0, which I think is in like one of the other ones now. I don't know what the program's called exactly, but they're supposed to be continuing it. But that one is ridiculously big, just for the sake of being ridiculously big. Really weird. It's got loads of like Easter eggs and stuff, which is cool, but it's just crazy. Right, now what I'm gonna do here is add collision. The reason why we do this, actually no, I might. Let's before I do this, let's do it in a separate file because I know what's gonna happen. What it'll do is it'll lag like mad because of how much I'm trying to calculate at once, and it'll just break. So we'll go and do this in Toriel's Haunted IKEA where it's fine. And for anyone who's not familiar with that, again, that's literally just because one of the files we have, it has no lights in it or anything. So when we do that, it's Toriel in the background with the glowing eyes, and it just makes it look creepy. I'll show it off in a bit. But yeah, what I've got to do is try and emulate this cloth. I'm gonna try and just throw one over the top and just see what happens and how it looks. This cloth stuff is it's fun to do in Blender, but sometimes it can be really expensive in terms of like calculations. Clemencia says, hi, hello. So yeah, for anyone that's not seen this, kind of a spoiler. Not a bad one, but for instance, it's that whole deal that I said the other day where it's like, if I'm making something, normally it's related to something else. And I did mention if I have the shop or an interior, you know I probably have the character, or it makes sense that I probably have the character related to it. So, I'm not going to say any more than that, obviously, because it's hinting at the character themselves. But, you know, more or less what to expect for at least one of the characters now. Not a big deal, again, for spoilers. It's just the whole thing of, it's just common sense. Subdivision surface there for that. Never do. Yeah, specifically it's QC's shop. QC being the rabbit lady. Oh my god, that moment where you're trying to okay, so it does it. Oh, but then it wraps in on itself. That is disgusting. This is another problem with this kind of thing, is just like how it can mess up so easily. Hang on. If I just go like this and go subdivide, 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 let's keep going for a moment there. This may... Oh, yeah, that might be because of how many... Because it's stretching as well, you see? If I do that and then do it... What I need to do is make that shorter. Either shorter or smaller. A lot of this is like messing around with how long I need this to be. Let's try about... If I cut that much off there, And then about that much there. Let's see how that works. The blob. Yeah. I love it when stuff just messes up on me. And it sounds really stupid. I mean, it's like, why would you be, you know, like, laughing at that? But it's just because of, like, you think to yourself, right, I got everything set up, we're good to go. And then, of course, because it's heavy on one side, it just bleh and falls off when you're trying to sim it. So funny. I can't help but laugh in that situation. Let's do like silk or something. See whether that changes its mass. Oh, kind of stuck there. Let's see what happens if I give it more geometry here. Bam. Okay, that kind of looks a little bit more natural. What I want is something like that, right? But then I love the way it just... Oh, wow. So that there's not even anything there, but because of the way the geometry is, it just folds under itself and then... and then yeet. Oh, so... Maybe if instead of having all that complicated geometry, I just have one really big shelf that comes down to about there. And then we just get rid of those. Maybe that'll work. Just bam. Okay, that works a lot better. Already, and we can just fake it. Bam. Right? Then I need subdivision. Again, just for the sake of it. Oh, no. Not smoothing. Not yet. Subdivision. The idea is to get this looking kind of decent as a cloth. Like this. And then away we go. It looks good like this. Thank you. The idea is to try and get it looking okay like that. With all the stuff in it. And then we can just like change this. Because the texture we need on it in the background has got like a ripple on it. Like a line. So the thing is, the entire background is orange. So I imagine it's like red with maybe gold or something. So what we can do is I can go ahead and create that texture real quick. We can slap it on there, see what it looks like. Or even like maybe an orange with a yellow on it. That might be good. Give it the texture, drop it over there, and then away we go. What I can even do is fake the other stuff to do with it. Like, hang on. For Photoshop, which I've got running in the background now, if we do 124 by 124. If I take this and I just try doing like a nice orange here. You guys won't be able to see this for the moment, but you will when I'm done with it. Just real quick. New layer. My idea is to do it very similar to the thing that I did for Metaton's awning. It's kind of similar. Metaton's awning for the MTT Resort basically has a similar texture to it. We just got to... I'll find that as well. Is it MTT? Resort interior textures. There we go. File view. Large. Just make sure I've got all this right. Oh, there's the side curtains that I can use as well. That's handy. Then I don't need to worry about that. It's not the resort though, it'll be the exterior, so it'll be resort. Textures, nope. Okay. Try, it'll be under Hotland. That moment I'm going back to Hotland to get stuff again. Hotland. Large icons. Here we go. Backdrop test. No, no. Can't find it. Gonna have to, Be happy. Gonna have to find it properly while we wait. What I'm gonna do is, I'm just going to go to Hotland in the background here, or at least the interior. You won't be able to see this for the moment, and I'm just gonna get this texture real quick, because I need it. Final. Where's the interior for Hotland? Had it recently. Oh, there we go. There's the behind of the resort. I can use that. Oh, there it is. So yeah, here we go. I came because this is immersive. Hey, Sans. How you doing? For anyone who doesn't understand what I'm doing, just ask. And I'll throw the trailer on. I'm just gonna quickly get this texture. I'm just gonna wait for, like, the files for the core to load up at the moment. What we'll do is, while we wait for that, I was gonna joke and say, of course it sounds... Are you making a video games, Sky? You know, a lot of people have said that. Right, let's... I know, Sky. Like, what do you mean, Sans Undertale watching a stream about me in 3D? Right, let's take this. We'll just go convert to mesh, right? Even though it's got all those details in it. What we can then do, because that saves it like that, right? Take all of this, even though it's like 80... How many faces? Geez, it's like 40,000 polys. You don't actually need it like that. What I need is the same shape or something similar, but with significantly less polys. So we can just decimate it. And we'll just decimate it backwards. We already got 10,000? That's not bad. A lot better than what it was. And we're still keeping a lot of that detail. So I can now just apply that. And we've got what we need. Significantly less polys. Still looks kind of like a cloth. You know. And then we can throw this texture over it in a moment once I've got the shading here for this. There we go. Resort checker pattern. Okay, so I go to the texture for this. Find the texture. Save a copy of it into the shop file just for the sake of it. Because why not? And then we'll get rid of that file. And then what I can do here is take that and put it into the same file for QCs. And then I just need to make that bigger. What we essentially have now is like an easy template for this to go over. I can just merge the background and then take what I've done for the resort and apply that to the new layers. And then what you're going to see in a moment is the actual thing. What I do need to do, though, is before I apply all of this, is take the line that I have, the decorative line here. Just move it slightly, because if I don't, then what's going to happen is it's just going to mess up. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now all I need to do is change that into a better looking texture, but for the time being, just for the sake of showing this off, we'll go ahead and show you what this looks like at the moment. Shelf texture. A shelf cloth texture. Right? And then I should be able to just apply that to this. Save incremental there. And then we can just go shelf cloth. Actually, yeah. Shelf cloth. Okay. Then we can go find where I put it. It's there. And then for this section, what I want to do is make sure that it's all applied correctly. I can just do project from view there, probably. See, it might stretch. It's gonna stretch that way. What I need is like an unwrap there. Oh, was it gone? Ah, there we go. What this does is it applies it that way. We'll just take that, select all, and make this straight in like 2 seconds by just going follow active quads. Should be straight. I go 90 here. Looks okay. And then I can just apply this and see how it's working and why it's not applied the quad thing quite correctly. Just quickly fix that up. What was it? X? I think it's X. No. Y for that. And then X as well, just to make sure none of this is out of line. All this just for like one cloth, but it's going to be worth it if it's accurate, so much detail I'm lost. Yeah, I do this with a lot of stuff. Like, this is partly why I think a lot of people enjoy the content, because of me just like being absolutely crazy when it comes to this kind of stuff where I'm like, yeah, I need this little detail here, so I'm gonna apply it. This is gonna be crazy. Okay, so if I do that, right? That's kind of looking. It's kind of looking okay. Crazy. This guy. I was crazy once. So then we just do this. They didn't let me in a rubber room with rats. I've heard that so many times when going into the Undernet. So then we can do this. I don't have the reference anymore. So what we can do is that. The rest drive me crazy. So, we can do this kind of thing. And then, if I need to, I can do that. Or we can just have it this way. Right? And then, what I can do here is, we can make this blended and clip. Maybe clip that. The reason for this is then we go shading, home, make sure I can see it there. And we're just going to make this transparent. You just go alpha, plug it into the alpha. Oh wait, what? What? Oh god. There we go. I was going to say there's something wrong with that then. Normally it's fine. Excuse me, it's fine, but it might be because the Photoshop layers there is just like, so you're only having yellow. No, I just need to edit that slightly. There we go. Now what we'll do is, just quickly, do a seamless cloth texture in Photoshop and throw that on it. A fabric one. That one I think is useful. That's 1,000 as well, that's nice. Ah, that's got some issues with it. That one. That moment where I'm trying to just find a base for this. Ah, there we go. That'll work. I just realized, because this is going to duplicate, I'm going to be better having a texture that does the exact same, so I'm going to need a seamless one that duplicate just fine. Let's see. The only problem is, when you find seamless textures, most of the time, they're not seamless. Which is annoying. Now, let's see. Is this one working? Okay, that looks like it might work. Just gonna quickly edit this in Photoshop, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Just gotta make sure this doesn't look too bad and doesn't look too bright either. Adjustments, hue and saturation. Just throw the saturation down a little bit. And then we'll tweak the brightness as well. We'll tweak the brightness to be down slightly. And the contrast can be a little bit up. And then we'll save that and see how that looks. Okay, here we go. Now hopefully, after I've done all this, it'll look a little bit better. Oh, that's not too bad. What I need to do is put a light in the scene as well to see whether it's okay. Absolutely love the song. Now I'll just go ump. Oh. Ump height. Ump normal. Oh. Messing with friends on VRZ is happy. Nice. Let's go. Good fun as usual. There we go. We got a little bit of depth to it. If I do shelf cloth. Shelf. Right, and then I just take that into the other scene. I can get rid of that as well. I don't need that when I've got the other save file. What I can do is I can take this and go into Snowdin town. And then go to Toriel's Haunted IKEA. Take that and go append. And then we go shelf cloth. And then I should just be able to put that over the other shelf and be good. Get to see that in a moment, see what it's like. It's going to go over that one. It's going to need to be scaled. I'm going to need to bring it down. I'm going to also need to tweak it here and change it so it's facing that way. Let's just see here. Needs to be a little bit smaller. Oh, just realized I could just do that. Make sure it's actually correctly on here. And then we'll just drop it on and make it slightly shorter. A little bit wider. Then we'll just slightly fine adjust it. We should be good. All these little details that Toby put in that I want to honor as much as possible. Tutorial will be the hiding reference for the true Immersiontale fan. Only they will understand. Yeah, because of Toriel hiding in like every single scene. She's always there. So funny. I think we're almost done. I just need to get that there and then the carpet in and we're practically good. Apart from the, and the roof girders, which are not a big deal, and then it's just small scenery. What I will do is try and get the shelf in the back there. This one, because if I can get the big shelf scaled correctly, then we win, basically. I'll be like, yes, there we go. Absolutely love the song. Right, so let's try and scale this and see whether it's right, and then we can edit it as well later on, because we're going to need it to kind of look the same. I love the way it's bigger than Toriel at the moment. Toriel, you okay there? You good? Right, so it needs to be, going off the reference here, it's behind QC, but it's not amazingly tall. It's kind of, there's a couple of drawers there that kind of insinuate it might be like that. Or a little bit smaller. See about that? And then we'll push that against the back wall there. What I can do is, because of how this is, because it's supposed to be bigger as well, we'll have to edit it. But what I want to do is edit how far those drawers go back, because obviously they take up a massive amount. If I mess around with that, there we go. Right, because that does not need to be that size. If it was in a kitchen, yeah. But for like Toriel's purposes, or rather to scale it to QC, something like that would be okay, and then we just bring the drawer back. Ooh. See how that looks in terms of scale? It doesn't look too bad. It's close in terms of scaling and everything. Could actually probably get away with just that. But because it's me, I want to see if I can get rid of it. Well, not get rid of it. I want to see if I can get a third drawer in here if possible. I love the way that that door as well just vanished. I have no clue where the door has gone. It's just seemingly got yeeted into the abyss. I love the way Toriel's haunted kitchen lives on though, or Toriel's IKEA. So what we can do here is we can just. Funny enough, the actual whole deal with like that joke and everything is I got the idea for this type of model, you know, like the style for it, for the that kind of stuff from Animal Crossing, of all places. And then I just sort of was like, yeah, I'll just make it myself. So yeah, Toriel's kitchen is made up of Animal Crossing assets. See what happens if I put another one in there. It's not too bad. The problem then is extending the underneath. I could probably just leave it like that and get away with it, to be honest. I'm actually playing Animal Crossing. Coincidence? There's the new Hello Kitty game as well that's supposed to be pretty good that I've just been like checking out a little bit. That's gonna be. Yeah, that doesn't actually look. When you see all of that together. Oh crap. Like that doesn't look too bad. I just obviously need to maybe tweak the texture, I don't know. But like the rest of like the counter and everything I can do pretty easily. So yeah, we're almost there for QCs. The reason why Toriel's in here is because Toriel is kind of similar in terms of height. Yeah, it'll look a lot better, obviously, with, like, lights in it. Like, for instance, if I just go, like, I come off there and... Have I got... Oh, there we go. Shop interior there. But if I go, like, QC lighting... Because QC doesn't have any lighting in here at the moment, I just, like... I'm going to turn Photoshop off as well, so I don't have to mess around with that again. If I go off what she's got here, which is, like, one candle... that's on the surface at the back. If I put a light there, that might be okay, and make it like orange. I'm gonna have to change the worktop, I just realized, because that needs to be a different wood. It's fine. Not as bad as having to actually model the entire thing again. What I'm gonna do is just, for this final segment of this, before I go on like a game or something, I'm just going to quickly see how this looks from the interior, especially if I give it, like, kind of a cool light setup, or as much of a cool light setup as possible. So I want to put this right where the candle would be. So if I do that, right? Because a lot of this project is like me messing around with lighting and everything and trying to get the lighting just right. I imagine what would happen is her shop is mainly this candle that's over here in the shop. Roughly here. And then we need to tone down the brightness of it. So it's going to be like 4 or something. And then we change that to very deep style orange. Right? And then we custom distance on it. Shadow, contact shadow, 200. Let's actually see what happens if I make it like 8 or something. Does that match? Kinda does, kinda doesn't. There's a little bit more going on in the scene's lighting, but for the overall, that doesn't look too bad. the fall off though? Custom distance. Let's try 5 or even 0.5. That'll work for the actual candle. And then I just need to place the proper light in there. That's what it looks like from outside. It's going to be interesting lighting that all up so it looks accurate, you know. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you on the next one. So until then, bye!